Breathe. Reflect. May the Buddha guide you well.
Emotion management. Now, why don't you visualize your body like a village and your mind as the chief of that village? There are all kinds of beings living in the village, like a hungry ghost, animals, asuras, humans, and heavenly beings. As the head of the village, the mind has control over the well being of the entire village. And its various emotions have great impact on the welfare of the villagers. In other words, the fragile harmony of the village depends on the moods of the village chief. If he or she is happy, the village is happy. If he or she is worried, the village is worried. And if he or she is angry, the village is doomed. Humans experience a wide range of emotions at one time or another. There is no one fixed emotion. We may be angry and proud, we may be lazy and deluded, we may be crazy and miserly, or we may be terrified and we may be lost. No matter what we are feeling, if we are in a bad mood and our actions have become unpredictable, we will be the most difficult people to get along with. No one wants to be with a person who is irrational, inconsistent, and emotional. A person who is moody is like a machine that is not very well maintained. It will run and break down, run and break down. Some people have linked human emotions to the ever-changing weather patterns, which are very difficult to forecast and nearly impossible to predict. Just imagine you're living in a place where the weather is so unstable that you do not have the slightest hint as to when the rain will begin or when the temperature will rise and fall. Under such conditions, how can anyone be in good health? Therefore, no matter how capable we might be, we must always use our heads instead of our emotions. We must remain calm and undisturbed when faced with adversity. We must learn to control our emotions if we want to be successful in establishing ourselves and building long-lasting friendships. By being moody and unpredictable, we will be labeled untrustworthy. We will be deemed unreliable and undependable, which are obstacles to success and achievement. Unwarranted outbursts of emotions are often a sign of immaturity. They tell others that we have a defect in our character. If we wear our feelings on our sleeves too often, we give the impression of being unreasonable. Those who are moody are often confused and irrational. They have lost the ability to see things clearly. Many tyrants of the past lost their power and lives just because they could not control their emotions. Moodiness is a negative emotional state that may include the feelings of jealousy, depression, anger, unhappiness, and discontentment. It may also be perceived as a symptom of bad temper. It usually manifests itself in the shape of violence, unreasonableness, and irrationality. The best way to combat such negativity is to be humble, grateful, optimistic, content, reasonable, mindful, and importantly, introspective. When weeds grow wildly in our beautiful garden, we must remove them quickly. When our trash cans are full of garbage, we must take them out immediately. When our bodies are dirty, we must wash them with soap and water. When our emotional state is in trouble, how can we not do anything to improve it? If one cannot administer his own affairs, how can he govern the country and rule the world? If we want to successfully manage the village, that is our body, we must act in accordance with the right way, the right view, and the right effort. If we want to have order amongst the villagers who are part of this makeup, we must be honest and truthful through insight and wisdom. Our behavior must not be irrational or moody. Our decisions should not be unpredictable. If we can truly manage our emotions, we can control our minds and become our own masters.